Hello everyone, welcome to the finale of Esoteric Ebb, as far as I can tell. We are going to talk to everyone, and then go vote. So, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Vera? Still hate me? You. Your glares at you. You sound mad. Leave. No, I wish to speak with you. Not at all? She just looks at you with a deep, unending rage. Okay, later. Bye, Vera. Hello. Fancily dressed Free Strider strikes a pose as you approach him. Exclaims, he takes a deep whiff of the air and exclaims, "By golly, what a beautiful day for an election." You appear to be enjoying your freedom. You betcha. He then glances at you nervously. Just don't punch me again, you hear? It was payback. It's been paid. We're cool. Right, cool. He lifts his chin. I've been president over a dozen first elections across the coast in my lifetime. Seen the populace embrace the Free Strider ideal. Free trade, democracy, prosperity, liberty for all. You're spreading like a disease. Or a meme. Or a funny joke. Or good branding. You see, just because sickness is a most common simile that comes to mind for quick spreading things does not mean it's apt for every occasion. Free Striderism is built on such a core concept of freedom that it overcomes cultural barriers with ease, you see. But here in Norvik, it's even grander than usual. It's like a powder keg just waiting to pop off into a wonderful cacophony of prosperity. Maybe powder keg is a poor choice of simile, but still. Yeah, it is. Looks up towards the pillar and sighs. Oh yeah, anyway. You ever catch that smoking invisible man I mentioned? I've solved it, it's fine now. Don't tell him the details. Wonderful! Very glad you survived the Beyond, at least. Wouldn't be too happy knowing I had accidentally sent a cleric to his death. Let's out an awkward laugh. Laugh even more awkwardly. Gives you a wide smile. I'll be sticking around for a few more days, so we should speak more when there's time. But first, you should go place your vote, good fellow. Alright, I need to do that. Yes, you do. For liberty! He exclaims and then lets out a bellowing laugh. But seriously, we should talk more later. I'll find you. He winks. Cool, I'll talk to you later. I really don't want to. Hey, you're cool. Hi, Takilka. Butsaj ersen baina u. Chini tukay yamar negkov yiv sonson shu. In bid ik zavgui baina karaj baiga shig. Primordial. She is speaking in tongues. I don't think you understand me right now, do you? She taps her head together with a sigh. Wait a few seconds. She waves her hands. Yes, now? Yeah. Great! Sorry, tongues must have ran out. Good to see you again. A big spender of a customer. Thanks to you, my supply is entirely dry now. The last wares went to some election enjoyers here. How much did you spend? Think about what you bought. You're honestly not sure. She bows her head to the ground. Thank you very much for your patronage, my dear warrior. Do you know what a deck of many things is? Of course, a classic. Lots of those mythical tales floating around, from around the Fade era, I think. They're all lost to time now, they say, but I've heard rumors of one or two hidden in some private collection. I used one just a while ago. Really? And you lived? It was a pretty esoteric experience, I'll admit. I'm probably going to die, apparently. I find that highly impressive. I'll make sure to find you later to force you to indulge this tale, that I promise. Enjoy your time. Alright, that's everyone down here. It looks like it. So, everyone here has been taken care of. No way, not a chance, Dad. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. Okay, and Dara's who I'm supposed to talk to at the end of this. I can't talk to Iskorum. Grab the hammer. For a green coast, Asgalism forever. There's Snur. I do want to go speak to Snur. Snur was great. Even if I never found your book. Can I go into the... Oh my god, I can. Hello? It's you! Nothing to say, huh? Nothing to say? Huh? Simeon the boys. Weird? I've been behind the counter. Good one. Stop looking around. So this is just reinvestigating all this stuff. Why? It's weird that I can walk in here and try to talk to you, but... seemingly can't. Hey! It is interesting. They're all definitely grouped by their political party, because all the Asgalists are over here by the tea shop, all the Free Striders were up there. Dwarven foreman crosses his arms when you approach, lifting his eyes to meet your gaze. Mr. Cityman, I'm glad to inform you the Asgalian movement is going splendidly. And you, he says with a grin, slapping you on the arm, you've helped quite a bit. Slap him back. I'm just doing my duty to the cause. Dwarf grins as you while nodding 3 times. Happy to have you on our side, cleric. In any case, we got our duty to fulfill here in the last moments before a hopefully new green dawn. Make sure you put down your vote in a wise way for the future of the city. For the future of our city. For Norvik. For all the dwarves around chanting unison. For Norvik. Nod and leave. Enjoy yourself, Romulus. You'll get scraps later. Okay. Well, I gotta talk to, Odessa. Group of Asgul youth activists start handing out newspapers and chanting slogans. They're showing their values in the streets. One of them adjusts her glasses. Cleric, thanks again for the ink. We managed to, just before the deadline, get each and every copy sent out across the city. The girl moves up a stack of newspaper with a grunt, then looks at you. Election issue turned out wonderfully. Lots of happy customers? No customers, we hand these out for free, cleric, obviously. We've already had over 20 complaints. We're creating some real class conflict here. That's great. It is. And a reaction like that is exactly what we want. More eyes on the cause to maybe sway some working class people in the hours before their vote. It's exactly what the youth Asgulls are all about. Confrontation, evaluation, and intense debate. That's what Mirren always said. I mean, she still does, just as a forewoman and not as our boss. All of a sudden she wobbles a bit on the spot and her eyes grow dim. Odessa! Her dwarven friend grabs her in time and gives her some support as she gets steady. Oh, god damn it, she swears and rubs her temples. Thanks, Serba. You okay? No, are you about to pass out from not eating? That's me all the time. Yeah. It's a long night. Medusa didn't stop working until, well, we went here. Halfling taps Medusa on the arm with a rolled up copy of the chant. Not again, you'll get yourself killed if you work this much. Yeah, get back to work, you two. Human grunts and clicks her tongue. You, she says, you better read a copy, then go spread the word. Asgalism's the future, and we're the future of Asgalism. Leave them to their work. I can ask you if you have a license, screw that. Hello. Ah, look, Romulus. It's the cleric of Norvik, come to bless us once again. Aren't you just a darn lucky charm of a human, eh? I don't remember the voice I gave you. Slaps you on the arm, roughly. I actually met with one of those ancient snail people. What? Yeah, he should be around here somewhere, a fellow called Iskurum. Got a grin. Actual snail folk, alive and all? Last time I checked. Look, there he is! Peering out of a puff of tiny esoteric sparks, Isk suddenly stands before you. Hey, that's my staff. You don't have that anymore. Yalu. Oh. Heard my name. The dwarf stares at the snail with a grin. Return Isk just nods. Yes, absolutely. No need to worry. I've been in stasis for millennia. I'd say that loses me the mineral rights. Snail lets out a blubbering laugh. And I see. These white manes must have found something sinister in our halls, which isn't surprising, really. My kin were quite the mad bunch towards the end. What? He's a gesture at your head. Dwarf stares blankly, then he gets it. You're reading my mind? Yes. Sorry, is that intrusive? I can't help it, you see. No, very efficient. I like it. Then do you know where it is? Not to a degree that would make you happy, but perhaps to a degree that would be helpful. You see, my good dwarf, I too seek certain artifacts that can be found in Tulamon, so perhaps we could collaborate. Yes, Vadunderlect. Dwarf reaches out and grabs the snail's hand, shaking it. We'll make a good team, Isk. Good, I'll be in touch. Yalu. Dwarf turns back to you, his eyes beaming. Can't believe this is happening. Years of toil and now everything happens at once. Thanks to you, cleric. Shakes your hand as well, leaving some snail mucus on your glove. I'll be sure to let you know how it goes, and if you're interested in some freelance, then I'll be sure to reach out as well. Dwarf laughs maniacally. The rust monster follows suit. He leans in with sudden serious expression. You're voting green, aren't you? Of course. Ha! Go night! He laughs and slaps you on the arm again. Romulus makes a screeching noise on his shoulder. Be seeing you. Okay, bye. Later, friend. Seagull stares at you. It does not move, though it does observe you. Hello, Faye. The bird squawks at you. Before you can even speak with animals, it begins to take off, making some horrid noises. Could have been worse. Could have pecked your eyes out. True. Bike! See your bike, now alone. You wish to ride it. Manly, your bike would be in red, but it will suffice. Snell watches how you stare at the bicycle. It's your love right there. It's wonderful to see. Where is it alone? What happened to all the other bikes? Theft, probably? Good thing they didn't touch yours. Imagine this is how the cowboys of Old Diminor felt when they reunited with their horses. I never know for sure, so yeah, why not? Cowboys? We had cowboys? Off into the sunset on your yellow bike. Romantic. The end is near. I'll come back for you. Pat the bike and leave. Okay, nobody else here? I could have spoken to you. No, you're considered part of Askel. Never mind. Alright, let's go see, you did say we should go see Sageleaf. So I guess let's go do that. Enclosed by the by, she keeps me back down. Did they clean up the body? It looks like they did. Oh, hey, it's my friend. You walk up to the crab. A blue crab, but is a nationalist. Looks now like a crab. Beware, beware. Oh god, it's Cleric. Suddenly it leaps forward, snapping at your gloved hand. Get snippety stabbed. The crab hits its target and attaches itself hard on your pinky. Ouch! Feel slightly bothered. Crab remains attached. Remove the crab from your finger. So you pull, the crab eventually lets go. Then it jolts around in your grab until it tumbles down. You watch as the crab dives into the river. You hear a light splash down below. That was less dramatic than I expected. You're a man. Of course you won't cause drama from a little crab. It would be amazing if there was like a special ending for somehow dying at that spot. Like you died to this crab pinching your finger at the end of the game. That's how you go. Forgot to tell it I was voting. Oh, Harry Cleric, I'm sure it already knows. Probably does not care. Okay. Could try to squeeze into the pipe again. Would I actually end up somewhere else? I don't know. Oh! Queen! Well, look what Snell dragged back. It's the human man thing. In one piece, too. Very impressive, I know. Toothy grin spreads on her face. Be ready for our sparring match, Cleric. The election is almost over. Looking forward to it. Snell gives you a disgusted look. Not in front of me, please. Oh, come now. You'll have to be the referee, Snell. I decline. Politely and intensely. Ungor lifts her mace up over her shoulder. Watch yourself. This election day is ramping up. No trouble on Tolstad, but there has been some brewing on the north wall. Anything bad? It just sounds fun. Wish I could get in a brawl. Just a little one. Make my day. The cleric would love to do it now, but we really don't have time. Boring. Yeah, boring. He's standing here then, hoping for something interesting to happen. She grins and adjusts her shield. Any moment now. Enjoying the music? It's pleasurable, yeah. Nearly as an artist, not many deserve such a title. Most who call themselves that simply sit in their dark abodes, typing or painting away at some deep and oh so meaningful static thing. Real art lives in the air like lightning, like blood before it dries. She shivers. Okay. She ignores your words and lets out a deep rumbling growl. Now silence, the thunder is roaring. Have fun with that. I mean, I like riders too. Oh, I thought we would have to go down there to see Sageleaf, but I'm guessing she's out here somewhere. I guess. I don't know if there's a reason to interact with like a lot of these things. Like we could reset spells and stuff. Like, or are these unique interactions for the post game? No, they're not. Like what happens if I try to do this? I'm just curious. Psst. Oh, sound from the pipe. Oh, is it? Oh my god, is it Everglad? Put your ear to the pipe opening. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Hello. You hear a deep chuckle echoing, ringing deep from the below. Hello, Rogan. Oh, gods. Not you again. Not be so dismissive. See me as nothing but a humble merchant. You have many a thing to handle on this joyful day. I will be quick. Tell me. Share your experience of the pools of my spawning. The beyond. What did you think of poor old Gorm? I have no interest in telling you anything. Oh well. If you change your mind, then I know where to find you. Good day. Alright, so it's just gonna be a recurring thing in your life now, I guess. Have fun with that. Yeah, I don't really want to work with Everglad. Interesting character, but yeah, screw you. There's Sageleaf. Neely sits on the grass, playing a tune carried along on the wind. Maybe I should tell her, because, I mean, you already know anyway, right? You should. Maybe I'll go tell you anyway. She is so deeply into her performance, she does not notice you approach. Interesting tune. Not traditional, but still neat. Goblin Bard keeps playing to the HWPT goblins. Wave to her, look at the audience. Look at the audience. They're all spellbound by the melody. Mostly goblins of the Halfway Bridge tribe. Feel the community, down to the earth itself. Let her play, cleric. You wanna sit down and listen? I think we got time. I'm just gonna let her play. Don't wanna bother you. But yeah, let's go tell Everglad what happened, I guess. Hello? No reply. You got more things to say to that thing? Hello? Just wanted to check something. Oh, okay, nope. I denied it, so no. Oh well. I mean, saying screw you to Everglad is probably a good thing. Admittedly. You approach the goblin chieftain sitting on the grassy field by herself. Notice several eyes fall upon you from the bodyguards stationed around the area, ready to attack you at a glance. She's enjoying the sun. The dragon. So you do leave your throne at times. Or, that seems rude, almost, to say. I'm back. Yes, I can see that. She squints at you before closing her eyes again. Snell? Yes, my lady? Report. How did it go? Necklace of Fireball was used accidentally at the tea shop. It was meant to go off underneath the temple on election day. Right about now, in fact. She leans forward in her seat and glares at her servant. Lord Gorm, the Beyond, wished to use those deaths to bring back his god from the dead. She stares at him. You know, Earth. I got that part. Yeah, so, Lord Gorm was dealt with, and he is confirmed dead. Had to be done. She glances at you, then back to Snell. I see. So the threat was neutralized, there should be no ongoing repercussions. Dragon clicks her tongue. One more details later, but good. Well done. She turns to you with a slight smile. You as well, cleric. The service you performed here is more than I ever expected. You are honorable. Right, that should be it. Then there was that chat with Earth. Right. The Sage Leapton looks away twice before raising her eyebrows to the sky. Excuse me, did you say Earth? You handle that one. Earth lives in the space between. He's dead, but his spirit acts as a channel for magic. He's just there? Yeah, or rather, he used his last strength to reach out this time. We had a nice conversation. Good talk. She points a finger towards Snell. I want a full report on this later. Of course, Lady Sageleaf. The Goblin Chieftain grumbles to herself. Esoteric bullshit. Agreed. Oh yeah. She groans. Good to have you back. At least very glad you did not get stuck out there in the void. And you, Snell. Very, very happy you made it out alive. You are my best runner after all. My lady. He bows. He loves her. He is honorable. So what happened to Mr. Drummer? Oh, that bird's sticking around. Made a little deal after he got me his papers. His debt will be paid off and he's free to go wherever he wants. Both of you did a wonderful job on that little mishap. I serve you well, my lady. Yes, go kiss someone else's ass, will you? Now scram! Okay, bye. Love you, Sageleaf. Bicycle? Hello! It's Burr! Near Our Lady's apartments, you hear that familiar rhythmic thumping noise. Cleric. Is that my voice? Sorry, it was the first thing I had. Alright, well, don't, please. That's creepy as all hells. So you're still hanging around here, huh? Good that you stuck around. No choice. The bird stops his claws on the tiling. I groveled and begged for mercy. Now I'm all kinds of stuck with this shit. Ah. Guard strikes a dramatic pose. He appears well. Bird is not allowed to speak to you like this. Or is it the language issues? You're unsure. He's opening up to you. How nice. Can't just flee from an active investigation. Sorry about taking your papers, but look at it from the bright side. Now you can pay off your debt and get a clear conscience. Conscience. Copies your voice. Conscience. Conscience is human bullshit. Unexpect Yabukadori to answer any forms of morality. They are a cursed species for a reason. You make a bad name for every Yobo in the city, and while I only know of you, if I ever met another one in the future, I'm gonna have all sorts of negative stereotypes in my mind because of you, and that's not okay. Not sure why I expected more from a Yobu. Well, you certainly make a great case for yourself. Bird lets out an angry grunt, sounding like some type of thick dwarven fellow. Well, I'm gonna be here for a long time, so get used to it. Shoot him some finger guns and leave. Yep, you hate me. Dwarf ignores you and whispers to the goblin, "The storm calls to us." Is this some... I wonder if that's related to that, like, hint we got about, that other character at, like, the newspaper stand, and I was like, is this setting up for a sequel? I wonder if that's something else about it. Burr waves his staff around the grass, causing little flowers to sprout. When he notices you, he tips his cap. So I'll make sure to keep a healthy distance from the conversation. Which you understand, his fear of mushroom runs deep. It's tragic, really. Cleric. Hey Snell, you should come over here. Let's do some exposure training. What's that? Exposure training? Yeah. It's when you spend time around things you're afraid of in order to get used to them. Sounds dumb. What if you're scared, completely irrationally scared of giant badgers? You're supposed to go dive in their nest just to see how many meters of intestines they're able to rip out before you get rid of your fear? Are you planning on ripping out my companion's intestines? I have no interest in that. Like Snell, he says he has no interest. Yeah, I can hear you. No offense, Mr. Burr, I'm just not really a mushroom kind of guy. That's okay. I really don't mind. Bet if you want to try that exposure technique later, I bet Ness would love to get close to you. Despite the distance, you both hear and see the goblin shudder. I'll think about it. So polite. Anyhow, hello. Nice to see you up here. Yeah, it's been a very long time. Not nearly as bad as I remembered. Potentially it's simply because the weather is quite good on this day. But we'll see. Probably won't stay too long. Checking out the election? I am. It's very interesting. Reminds me a lot of the hive-minded peoples I've interacted with over the years. For the people to sway the course of the colony, it seems like wisdom. Though it could backfire depending on the general level of intelligence and individual wisdom of the people. The mushroom speaks true. People are way too stupid to handle democracy. I mean, I think people are fine to handle democracy as long as they don't have the people in power trying to make, you know, keep people stupid and take away education and all kinds of things so that they can keep their power. As long as you stop that from happening, but then that's its own can of worms and everything. You must believe in people. I believe in us, as a collective. Belief is good, I think. He nods. Interesting to talk about this. Lots of people here seem to know about democracy. Thanks for sharing. I don't want to ask you, say you speak normal now. Hope to see you around. You as well. You appear to be a great person among your people. Wish you and your followers well. It's as if you were a god yourself. It could be a thing. Hey, Nessa. See the elf conversing with the giant central tree of Tolstad, her words clearly articulated. Oh my lord, do not fret. They do not wish you any harm. They are voting. It's called democracy. She's speaking quite clearly. Taking care of her elders. How lovely. The leaves on the tree rustle and the elf chuckles. Yes, it is quite silly, isn't it? Oh, cleric. He's having a chat here with Lord Pooh. Hello, Nasan. Hello, Lord Pooh. Leaves rustle again and the elf translates. He says hello. Branch sways in the wind. In a minute now, we have to be polite first. The cleric is a great hero in this city. He's trying to... What did he say? Nothing, cleric. She chuckles creepily. Been meaning to see how well it went for you, actually, with your little trip. I wish you could... I could secretly cast Speak with Plants here, so I could hear what you were saying about me. Because I can cast that, too. Glints up the Pillar of Jor. Yeah, that trip. Lord Pooh here saw it all. Sees most things around here, in fact. So he's interested too, aren't you, Minan Pooney? It went well, almost died, but that's usually how it goes with most things. Snell listens to your description intently. Interesting. Communion with the primal strings and our little Vatar makes it clear the disturbance of the tea shop has been calmed as well. You should feel proud, cleric. That's an accomplishment. Thank you, Nasan. You're welcome. Maybe we should leave these two lovebirds to their action, your companion mutters. He stands quite a bit away. Yes, perhaps we should. Although first I should speak with you about a certain topic. Druidism, cleric. Ooh, primal kin completed? Political movement pushed mainly by groves of collective druids across the coast. They have many divergent ideas, but primarily they focus on reverence for nature, primal spirits, and a focus on cultivating honorable relationships with all the physical landscape. That is the true path to walk. That is folly. Do not listen to this primal balance idiocy. What about it? Has no real foothold in Norvik, but we have monthly meetups in various parks around the city. Wish to partake in the next one, you have my official invitation. I'd love to join. Nature's awesome. Wonderful. I'll be sure they get enough FICA for all of us. Yes! We usually discuss primal incidents, how to keep our parks and below areas safe from expansion, and so on. Should they be interested in hearing about the tea shop? Some people expressed concern over if it was primal or elemental related. Glad to see you there. I hope you two enjoy selection day. You've earned it. She smiles. Good elf. Rare breed. Snow clears his throat and looks awkward. And we go. Been eating ass, Snell, but why are you so scared of mushrooms? Where does it come from? Not scared. It's a rational aversion. San chuckles. A deep chuckle. Nah, you can probably dig a bit there. Convince him to tell you. Nailed it. Just push for it. He'll break. Come on, you can tell me after everything we've been through. Goblin rubs his eyes. Fine, okay. Turns the face in the sun. It's not because of you, first of all, even if I'm sure you'd gladly take the credit. Of course. She smiles creepily, her eyes half glazed over. It's a bit of a cliche, but I fell into a mushroom patch as a kid, during the garden expansion. Spores got in my mouth, my eyes, it was awful. Took weeks for the icky feeling to disappear. He shudders. So excuse me if I'm a bit standoffish, okay? No, that sounds incredibly valid to me. Stackar's Snow. Dwarven term, translating into something like poor little one or woe be unto thee. So sorry that happened to you, Stackar's Snow. He groans. Don't call me that. I heard the halfways had trouble early on in the expansion process, lots of little incidents like that. I can promise you, mushrooms are not as bad as they seem. If handled properly, they are not used to trap little goblin children. They are quite lovely fungi. Sure, I get that. Still gonna stand back if that's okay. Of course, Snow. Just let me know if you change your mind later. I'm always available for a hug. Right. I would take the hug. Tell Lord Pooh thank you for the cash. Some good stuff in there. The tree rustles. He understands you and he tells you... You interpret the tree as telling you this ugly flesh pile does not deserve my treasures. But you can't say that. She slaps the trunk. I apologize. That's okay. I got loot. That's all that matters. Of course. She leans in and whispers to you. I'll calm him down. Sorry about this. So, sure, yeah. Good. I'll leave you to it. Yeah, I did rob the tree. I did indeed rob the tree. God, there's still so many people to talk to. Yeah, there's Viskin, Kraid, Ost, you. Human. I don't think he likes me. He doesn't like anyone. Raz glares at you from beneath that hood, then he puts down his pipe with a scowl. Looking forward to the day all your human filth are wiped out for good. I can promise you it's not far away. When the folk war begins. Yeah, we deserve it. Kneel before him. Why are you so mean? I mean, I don't know if humanity in general deserves it, but we should have some sort of reparations to pay for the horrible shit that we did. I don't know if I want to go this route though. Why are you so mean? Just saying what everyone's thinking. Nobody likes humans. You should all just die. Okay, you're crazy. We're still here, though? Yeah, sure, okay, kneel before him. Go ahead, kill me, do it, coward. What? Kill me. Fuck you. Kill me, goblin, kill me, bitch! Oh my god! Jesus, I was just trying to push the point. I was just trying to push the point. I don't want to say goblin. Like, I don't know. I don't like just saying that. So I'm gonna have to go with kill me bitch because weirdly it feels less like, I don't know, goblin feels like I'm just, you know, devaluing you down as a person down to just, you know, you're like species basically. And it also, especially given the whole human goblin thing, it comes off as like my character potentially being like a little racist and stuff. Kill me, bitch! Snell is staring at the two of you with wide eyes. See Raz reaching for his blade. He growls to himself, anger growing. Fuck you. He kicks you. Thought so, too bad, maybe next time. Thought so. Too bad. Maybe next time. Thought so. Raz looks away and grumbles to himself. I think he's upset, Snow. Yeah, goblins are so sensitive, you know. Fuck you. Fuck you. Inane. She'll even be. I mean, I called your bluff, which is hilarious to me. But, God, I was not prepared for my character just to be like, kill me, bitch! Like, God. Oh, hey, look who it is! How in the hell do I even get up there? Oh my God, you can go here? Holy shit. I didn't know you could go here. Spot a familiar skull perched on the crumbling edge of the ancient snail tower overlooking the river. It's completely still, like an ornament of a particularly morose garden decorator. Bondival? Cleric! The skull spins to face you, gems twinkling. Come, come, sit with me! Gestures with nothing. Seems to think he gestured. Sit next to the skull. Ah, sometimes a man needs to stretch his legs, get some fresh air in his lungs. He has neither legs nor lungs. This spot is great, isn't it? The river, the sky. I prefer indoors, mostly, yeah. Bah, you clerics and your crypts. But I've been thinking, cleric. The skull rattles slightly. I need a new doom. I quite like your secret chamber. Very necromantic. The current alcove is fine. Fine. But fine is not spectacular. A necrolord deserves better. What do you have in mind? The north wall. Have you seen the view from up there? Magnificent. I could set up a whole laboratory. Balcony overlooking the city. Maybe a reading nook by the window. The altitude alone would be worth it. The feng shui alone would lead to much more attuned ley line access. How'd you get out of the crypt? What do you mean? I simply walked. I live on north wall. It's nice. You do? Good. You'll have a neighbor soon. I'd love to have you as a neighbor. I'm sure I'll make you regret saying that. Feng shui? Don't get me started. It's one of my many hobbies. And I know what you're thinking. Why would an incredibly honorable lich like myself ever dabble in celestial bullshit? One reason? Balance of the elements. Radiance might hurt quite a bit, but that pain can be a secret to longevity, you know. I would know. I'm immortal. You really a lich? You seem more like a talking skull who's read too many magazine tales. I would retort with something clever, but I'm enjoying the sun far too much to entertain your inane comment. Good luck with that. Luck? Heh. Luck is for mortals who don't plan ahead. Skull turns back. Viskin thinks I'm being ridiculous, of course, but what does he know about interior design? Not much. His lair's pretty drab. Exactly. Anyway, good talk, cleric. Always a pleasure. You need me, I'll be here. You will not. Everything you had learned from this mad demi-lich has already been extracted. Really okay for an undead creature like you to just hang out in the sun? Zombie or a ghoul might be affected in serious ways, but a demi-lich is no vampire. They have no hypersensitivity to sun and or regular light. See you around. The walkway does not follow the safety council standards of 22. This takes a gut. Oh, no. Don't slip. Don't slip. Okay. Yeah. So you could... I wonder if that would have given you easier access to, like, an item or something. By the way, did I, like, finish that? I mean, there would be no point in me getting a skill. But, the druid thing is somewhere around here, and it's completed now. Okay. Let's talk to Creed first. We approach the crocodile man, a deep growl coming straight from his stomach. How did my arm taste? Sound causes you to shiver. You know he is hungry. Creed does not often visit city during day. Not so many good targets. A few, he says, and nods. A few. Creed hungers. You're not gonna attack anyone, are you? Creed considers it. The monster shrugs. For now, the hunt has sadly ceased. This election is not Creed's time to shine. Why don't you go hang out with Moongor? You two would probably have a pretty good fight. Moongor might even be able to take you. I was meaning to ask, what's in those slog dogs? Crocodile man stares at you, then he shrugs. Depends. Creed is master chef. Creed makes slog dog out of everything. So if I'm like allergic to something, you can't guarantee my safety? Cleric is, as you say, allergic, then cleric does not have constitution for life anyway. My constitution is very high. Might as well die. I agree. No. I was gonna say I agree because of die, not because me having a weak constitution means I'm not fit for life. I disagree. Because, yeah, I mean, this is talking about eugenics. I don't know if that's what you were you know, talking about, but I disagree. Cleric does as cleric do, shrugs with a grin. So you're just hanging about? Viskin ask. In case of trouble, he asks Kraid to yes, hang about. Kraid hopes there's trouble. His mouth drools. Good day, Kraid. Hey, Viskin. Hello, cleric. Hey, are you voting? I have already done so, yes. I am an early bird. The liches need to sleep? No, cleric. I was being facetious. Wait. Is that how you spell facetious? I don't think it is. Fascisis. Like you're fascist? What? Said I was being facetious. That's not what you said. That's not what he said. Meek agrees, just in case Master wonder. I might have mispronounced that, cleric. It can happen to the best of us, don't worry. Snow holds his sides, laughing loudly. Then he suddenly stops and takes a step back. Please don't kill me. Why the cleric? Viskin stands there, not moving a single muscle in his stale, pale face. I will consider it. He then squints in the sun. I will schedule a meeting with you, cleric, about your trip to the beyond. Oh. The information will be highly valuable. Tell him. The knowledge and perspective he can provide will be worth it. I'm still kind of shocked the whole, you brought me back to life after my fight, you didn't, like, secretly mind control me or something. Like, I'm still shocked by that. Incredibly shocked, I will say. I was so sure that, like, I was going to do your bidding at the end or something. Why should I tell you anything? He shows no anger, only fascination. The answer to that is obvious, cleric. You do not have a choice. Yep, right. Think back to the meeting in the Lich House. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I am, like, a little mind-controlled. You're using me as a... Yep. Pale Man stares at you. I must also thank you for completing this quest of yours. How do you know I completed the quest? You escaped from the beyond alive. It implies one simple thing. You dealt with whoever was on the other side. Slowly raises his hand before me, forming it into a thumbs up. Well done, cleric. You've been an exemplary government employee. I will see you soon. Yeah, see you. Yeah, so Viskin has control over me. In some ways, at least. I have to kind of do Viskin's bidding, which I don't like the implications of the future for that. But I called it. I knew that was going to happen. So, you know. Kobold stands in the corner, watching over the area with the eyes of a hawk. Cleric, go. Do not want to talk. Not to you. That's rude. Why are you so rude? You are rude. You ever looked in mirror? Rude face on cleric. You can see my face. I have a helmet on. I'm doing the expression under here. No. I know you ugly under metal. Very ugly. Sticks and stones may break my bones. That's true, but it has nothing to do with conversation. Stupid cleric. Kobold growls at you. Cute. Going. Okay, bye-bye. Who are you again? I'd love to get a griffin one day. The griffin I can't speak to, sadly. Hello. Soldier. The Dark Knight greets you with a word. His voice emanating ominously and quite esoterically from his armor. It's so funny that you're still doing the pose like you have the axe, but it's on my back. He does not say anything. You'll not get him to speak, but you know all too well there's something here you are missing. You met with Gorm, a paladin, just like... You learned about manhood, you spoke with Earth, why is that relevant? You've got his axe. Well, it shouldn't be a problem. Wait. What? By the gods. Look at his armor, his axe, the way he speaks. He's a paladin. One wrought in rage and darkness. Yep, resurrected by Viskin. Yes, a shade of an old icon, and you know which. Oh gods, it's... Yes. Borgo Darrow. We already knew this from the... yeah. The one and only. His corpse must have been stolen by the foul pale man. You're Borgo Darrow. No response. You're the first paladin of Earth. He says nothing. He has not heard that name in a very long time. I mean, we heard it earlier when Ost kind of spoke up. Darkness, soldier. Decades of service, all to darkness. Shifts his armor, an unnatural creak reaching your ears. The coast aligns itself to the tune of weak fools. Sticks bundled into kindling, waiting for a spark. I served Viskin, I served Earth. A man needs to serve. Tomorrow I might serve another, or I return to the darkness. He leans in, his voice going rough and low. I am a shade soldier. I exist to serve and vanquish. So, you want to serve Viskin? Necromancer animated me. I am a shade of his making. I don't understand. That is not my problem. What do you remember of Earth? He was a man. He brought great things to the lives of men. I served him well. You fought during the conquest. You killed trolls. Foul beasts. They were good combatants. What do you think about Earthfolk today? They are weak. Their choices will haunt them. I care not to watch. Thanks for the axe. Caretaker allows your touch only for now. Either the bloodlust will overtake you in time, or you will return it. Those are your options. What do you think about your descendants? Magistrate Darrow is your what, great-grandson? I care not for their trifling. They are a clan of spoiled weaklings, an embarrassment on my old flesh. Oh gods. You would like your great-great-granddaughter. She's an evil warlock assassin. What? Yeah, she tried to kill me multiple times with dark magic. Multiple times. She failed at killing you. Like father, like descendant. I mean, you failed. I'm not that easy to kill. What an embarrassment. Her entire lineage is all judgment and no nurture, yep. I actually spoke with Earth just a while ago. I can talk to you about Earth. Snaps his head. Your stomach stirs. Speak, soldier. I met him in the beyond. He's dead, but his spirit remains. Earth is... Tell me. What does he speak of? He still wants to face the risk of democracy. He calls himself a hypocrite who chose genocide to avoid risk. He asked me if a man should look after his own tribe above all others. He knows Norvik faces enemies on all sides. Free Striders, corrupt magistrates, foreign threats, and still wants us to face the risk of democracy. Calls himself a hypocrite who chose genocide to avoid risk. He asked me if a man should look after his own tribe above all others. I mean, he did say both of these things, but he did call himself a hypocrite. Dead man drowning in thoughts in the darkness. Dark Knight grinds his gauntlets together. When I learned he faded, I did not mourn, for he led this city into ruin. Earth was a fool. Earth was meek. That is why he failed. Meek? Yeah, I love when meek pops out every single time somebody says meek. Meek? No, sorry, not meek. Heretical language from a shade of a man. Borgo Darrow has fallen to despair, and this is all that is left of him. Leave him to his wallowing. It was his meekness that saved us, time after time. He's silent for a bit. Leave me, soldier. The time will soon come. His voice turns into a whisper, a wind upon the wind. The reckoning at last. Listen. Death is on his mind. Blood and death. I'll be keeping Caretaker for a bit longer if that's okay. Dark Knight does not respond. But you feel the dread aura just seeping out of his armor. Later, nerd. You couldn't kill me either. Talk about your granddaughter. You couldn't pull it off. Cleric. Hooded woman stands in the corner of the city, her faded eyes following your movements. Here, but on a quick task, deliver a message. What message? Oh, it's you again? I don't think I've met you. What message? She sneers, placing her hands behind her back. Then her eyes grow light, her voice goes deep. Any life in her face fades into a neutral, calm, and motionless existence. She speaks, almost sings unnatural words. A sleeper agent? Or like you have a message that possesses your body? Ragan Himlin. Our speaking came at an inopportune moment. I wish to proclaim an additional thing to you. I found your behavior reprehensible and crude. You represent exactly what we in the Golden Horde believe to be the nature of humanity. You are clearly less special than I imagined, and I apologize for attempting to communicate. This is from the ambassador. Hugs and kisses. The light in her eye fades, and she scowls. Hugs and kisses? Master enjoys that phrase. He does not mean it in a needlessly friendly manner. Tell him hugs and kisses right back at him. She bows her head. The ambassador will know you received the message, but on a personal note, I suggest staying away from the service. You do not deserve to see the light of the choir. Making her rude comment, the Western woman walks away. I mean, I don't give a shit about them. Hey, you two! Rick Spitter and, the hag. Lisa? Lisa. You see Rick standing outside the tavern, the stone table before her covered in papers. Oh, why if it isn't the cleric? What's up? Bit of everything, it seems. She stretches a bit of a sigh. My goodness, such a lovely day, and here I am, busy as can be. Need help with anything, or maybe you want to share how your little quest went, Got any plans after the election? Oh, nothing I can talk about too concretely, not yet anyhow. Got a few expansions planned. Currently the third place business is covered in housing in the palace, but North Wall is quite ripe. I'm thinking of taking on something new there. I've got a few potential locations scouted out. North Wall? I live there. How lovely. Don't tell anyone you heard it from me, but there are plans for a new living complex on the upper dungeon floors. That means there'll be lots of foot traffic. It means a lot of thirsty people. Anyhow, it's all just ideas and concept for now. Depends on who wins the election, too. Hopefully the Free Striders. That should make my plans easier. What about you, Lisa? Any plans? I've only just started to think about it, but... Rickspitter gives her a fiendish grin. It's quite the idea. The hag cackles. Nervous cackle. There's no mega coven in Norvik. That will change with the election. Potion brewing, focused on Ascani resources, that would be big business. There are many hags attempting to form something. Lots of intrigue going on behind the scenes. I believe our dear Lisa here would be an excellent CEO. She's terribly skilled. She's got Free Strider contacts. Her CV is about twice as long as my life story. I have to actually join a coven to do that. Rickspitter blows out air and waves her comment off. Just make one. Going the communal socialist route of sharing and caring will only result in infights and power struggles. We can totally get you some funding. The Haglets will come dropping in like vultures afterwards. You'll have a mega coven in no time. Always the optimist. Fake it till you make it. She winks at you. I have no opinion on this, but I feel the need. We don't need a mega coven. A potential mega coven should be run communally, not commercially. See? The cleric's a traditionalist. Twitter smiles. If you can find 16 hags with a unified purpose and ideology, able to get along without petty backstabbing, then I'd say go for it. Hells, if you find any group of women able to do that, I'd fund their startup in a heartbeat. Not this again. I swear, the only thing holding women back are women themselves. If we didn't fight each other so much, we'd already be living in a matriarchy. I don't think it's women fighting women. I think it's more men wanting to keep women down, historically, and in fiction a lot of the time as well. Anyhow, I'll stop ranting now. Lisa's already heard this so many times. I have. She has. I've heard it too. He has. You okay leaving your hiding place, Lisa? Yes, yes. The omen appeared to fade once you left us. Whenever you did, it removed the stink of blood and guts upon the strings. Lucky that. I'd hate to see anything bad happen to Norvik's most prominent freelance hag. Wait, where's my mouse? There it is. So nice of you to say that, Rix. I know, I'm a doll. Have you voted? She lets out a dramatic, exasperated breath. Hell's bells, I'd completely forgotten about it. Voting was the last thing I thought about today, but yeah, I should go and toss in my card. Hag, however, raises her hand and says, I voted at dawn when they opened. For the agriculturalist, of course. I like their manifesto. They're a bit too small business-minded for my preference, but not bad. I'm ahead inside. Well, you can't, we're closed. Don't worry, I have a key. The fiend thinks for a second and snaps her fingers. Right, Ulzus. That's how I was getting in there. Yeah, they were closed, but Ulzus did give me the key to come back at any time, which I guess is how I was supposed to know to come earlier? Cause yeah, that was the other bit. It said come, like, you stand alone, which I took to mean I shouldn't have Snell, but it also means the bar needs to be empty. Just don't go losing that key. Ulzus allowed to hand them out according to our contract, but I'm the one who has to pay to replace the locks. So don't go dying in some cave. It cost me a fortune. Is money all you care about? Yes? She sighs. Just forget I said anything. See you around. I mean, I don't really care, you know, if you're losing money. Hello, Ulzus. How you doing? Big party outside. Lots of people, yeah. She takes a swig of wine. I have a good feeling about this one. This ongoing change, it feels different. Might just be my superstition and perhaps all these people I share my lair with these days, but I like this era. It's interesting. Sphinx puts down her barrel. Maybe it's the wine talking, she says with a mysterious smile. It's a good feeling era. I'm not sure what I think. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, I mean, there's some good things happening. Let's be positive. You only live for 30-something years, human. Wait until you've lived through 3 eras, then you can comment. 27, actually. Oh, interesting. She sips on the wine. As old as the era, huh? How prophetic. Yeah, I have destiny on my side. If it helps. How'd your little planeswalk go? Went great. Good to hear. Figured that emerald would work wonders. Been a while since I handed out a key like that. Anyway, anyhow, how did it go? I met Earth. You did. How is the old badger? He's good. Dead, but good. Good to hear. Sad but good. Just happy you survived. Going out beyond isn't exactly the safest hobby. Finishes her barrel of wine and lets out a sigh. What a lovely day. I think I'll have another. I'm in a very good mood today. Did Iskarum come by to see you? Snail? Oh yes. Haven't seen one of those in eras, literally. Came by here? He did. We had a lovely little chat. So you didn't know him from back in the day? Oh goodness, no. Do you realize how many of them there were? She laughs. Sounded like he wished very much to revisit me in the future. I'm looking forward to it. You haven't changed your mind about that, you know. No, cleric. She gives you a wide smile. I have not. Good try. I mean, you know, my dork tried. Sure you're not voting? I'm fine, truly. You're not lonely? Oh, my sweet cleric. This place will be packed tonight. I'm just enjoying the silence. See you around, Dolzis. See you around. All the people wanting to bone the Sphinx. So sad at the end of the game. Okay. Let's go up here, talk to you, who I really only spoke to like that once. The merman landlord is fishing in the river as per usual. He acknowledges your presence with a grunt. Still working on that fish? Sure you don't want to hear more about that esoteric pocket that popped up in the middle of the night just in case it comes back? No, cleric. I just keep my mind off esoteric things and events, if you please. Men of business, not chatter. Grunt and leave. Okay, I think that's everyone? Besides Darrow. Which is not everyone that we could talk to. No, there's still Snur, actually. I did not speak to Snur. Do need to go speak to him. But... that's up here. Which means I need to get... up here... Wait, how do I do that again? Oh wait, there's also this door. Talk to you. No, I can't. Never mind. It's this way, right? But I can't get in there. Snur! Pathfind me. I guess we can go up there and all around. Yeah, okay, yeah, we can get through here. So there might be many more characters. You stop. Another sending? Huh? Another ominous feeling. Another assassin, right? Oh, it's a familiar feeling. Once more, it is... hello, Rang. Patriarch Yixcraft. I am sending you because I saw you appear in my divination orb, also known as a crystal ball. Your skull rattles hard. You popped out of existence for a while. I figured you went after whoever smuggled in that necklace of fireballs. Well done making it back. Proud of you. Message cuts off. I may reply if you believe that to be any worthwhile activity. I have traversed the beyond and faced every demon in the back of my skull. I'm not sure I'll ever be the same. It was Lord Gorm. I have met with our god. I have a lot to report. It's a bit complicated, but I'll get to you as soon as I've voted in the election. I've traversed the beyond and faced every demon in the back of my skull. I'm not sure I'll ever be the same. Sounds concerning, Ring. You should have have that checked out by the esotericist. You get another message. Do come by the towers once the election is handled. I would love to hear all about it. Talk with you later. Don't respond to him, just sigh. Message from the towers? Yeah. Cool. Let's keep going. Yeah. Okay, we might be able to check up here for more people too. There's also going in there. So no, that's all the stuff out here, but there's still a good bit over here, because there's a tier. Hello. Promise you, dude, it's a classic. Greased up Gobros, can't go wrong. Oh yeah, and then there's you. Cleric. Sniffs a few times and gives a half-enthusiastic wave. Side him you see Isk, who has clearly been asking a ton of questions to the halfling scholar. Can I ask you something about alignment? Of course. When would I ever shut up about it? If a man were to murder innocents in order to cast a spell that resurrects a really good god, that would help hundreds more than he ever killed. Would that be good or evil? Okay, you set up this hypothetical for me, but I think your thesis needs to be rethought. Good or evil in that action would be solely dependent on his intent, right? The man hates himself for doing this, thinking, oh no, how terrible I am for doing this to innocent people, and he is doing all this killing while in a sense sacrificing his own spirit in the process, then it would be considered more good. If he did it for his own gain, then it would be evil. If he destroys himself in the process? Depends on his inner workings, but if he truly believes the world to be 100 times better after his killing spree, his alignment would be good. But this is where you need to rethink it. Because what is this? This intention could be entirely delusional, it could be based on all kinds of craziness. He sniffs. In practice, outcome is all that matters, in the long run too. It Don't think of it as good or evil. Think instead of what kind of world you wish to live in. A world where life is a consumable of great men? Sounds kind of shitty, doesn't it? Life is a consumable of great men, so am I a bad person for thinking bad things? Lets out a snorting laugh. If so, then every pubescent kid would have their name carved on the wall at the bottom of the 9th hell. Halfling shakes his head. Oh, if you're asking a pervert like me about morality, you're bound to get shitty advice. Good, then I won't worry. Good, live life, follow your stomach, as the hedonists say. You're a pervert? In a purely ideological sense, of course. As well as the fun ways, too, he adds. Alright, fun. Have fun with that. Pointer Brack says, what's your thought on devils? Careful, you know I bite, you hear him call out. Aho! As anyone who studies alignment knows, intent matters, but not so often in practice. I prefer the devil I know from the evil, aligned human I'm forced to deal with. There's something liberating about knowing fully what kind of selfish piece of shit your buddy will be, you know? No surprises. Like Celestials, you mean? Oh yes, very much so. Ho ho. So you met Isgurum? I have. Heard you had a hand in letting him out of stasis. Extremely fucking interesting. Thank you for the kind description, my good halfling. You are fucking interesting as well. Awesome. My 2 favorite local wise men meeting up. Yeah. As well as your favorite devil? You hear Braxo call it from the other side of the shop ceiling. More like 5th or 6th. Been to the hells often, then. His cackle echoes up the city slope, and he returns to his newspaper. Nah, you can teach him to speak like that. What are you guys talking about? Appleton here is catching me up on your civilization's current level of research. It's fascinating to hear about the various branches you've gone in. In some ways, you are not that far from our level, though you have gone in wildly different directions when it comes to examining sentience. Writing all of this down, just so you know. I'm gladly get as much research content from you as possible, if you have anything with you mentally or physically. Yes, that can gladly be arranged once I get my laboratory in order. Birds of a feather. Idiom. Peas in a pod. Goblin gives you a look. 2 sides of the same coin. Great minds think alike. Turn around and stare at Snow. Marching to the same drum. Thick as thieves. His expression now says, you know that one? Damn. Pots from the same clay. Cut from. His eyes widen. The same cloth. Raises his hands. Form your classic goblin salute. You win. Thank you, thank you. Your Nisk appear to have stopped paying any attention to you and have returned to debating something esoteric. Nah, you can let Isk say fuck. I'll leave you to it. Have fun, you two crazy kids. Here we are. Election day at last. The little devil shows you a fiendish grin. Ready to vote, cleric? Oh, you know it. Figured. Glances at the windows. There's still time, no need to rush it. So many interesting people coming out here today. Plus, I'm sure you've got a ton of stuff to catch up on. Heard you were Mia for some time. Devil chuckles. Yeah, I went to the Beyond. Oh, yeah. As in, actual planeswalking? More or less, yeah, for a bit. Damn. Hope you didn't bring back anything nasty, like a virus or a curse. Starts sweating. He laughs. I'm kidding. Planar travel isn't exactly common these days, but the Arcanists used to do it all the time. So I'm sure it's fine. You're fine. Beyond has many terrible dangers, but you avoided most of them. Now, the card that I drew that's going to make me burn alive... Now, me. I'm getting brushed up on some stuff myself. This post-election months will be big business. But you don't know the outcome? I mean, sure, but the polling should be pretty precise. My professional estimation is this. The Nationalists will enter into a union with the Free Striders, then the city will face a massive amount of paperwork. We're talking rewritings of base laws, designing new company structures, trade agreements, citizenship documents. You rub these little claws together. Stereotype. So much work. I love it. You'll profit from the chaos. Sure, I mean, yeah. Not like this wasn't expected. It's a long time coming. Obviously got a tight deal with Darrow, so wherever he goes, I tend to follow. What's your deal with Darrow? It's an informal thing. He helps me, I help him. Started a while back when he was getting started. Pretty good at finding loopholes, and he's the kind of guy who loves to stick a finger in them. Nasty. Loopholes? You know, legal technicalities, the helpful kind. He grins. You're hoping this devil would be more honorable. If he was working with Darrow like this, he must be corrupt. Devil is lawful evil. Who would have thought? Oh, and, did you draw a card of many things? Stare at him. Still gives you both a double take each. Did you? Why do you ask? Well, I didn't want to believe it at first, but I was selected by the Flames. It's a big honor, really. You were selected by the card? I should explain. Flames as a card works like this. The forces behind the deck of many things choose one devil across the plains. That devil gets a little whisper and a goal to seek the downfall and torment of the person who drew the card. Okay, that's how it works. I'm not going to burst into flames. I'm just going to be tormented by Braxo for the rest of my life. I got that whisper, and it called me to torment you, cleric. Oh, don't act like that. From what I understand, in what little I've heard about it, there's supposed to be a powerful esoteric force pushing the devil towards performing that evil tormenting. But strangely, that hasn't happened. I feel absolutely no need to cause you any harm at all. In fact, I just want to help you out. I have 2 guesses as to why. Want to hear them? Yes, please. Devil shows you a wide grin. First guess is a bit self-deprecating. Maybe I'm just that bad of a friend that the card feels like my honest help is enough to cause you pain and suffering, which... ouch. My second guess is better for me, but still terrible for you. Yeah? Crosses his arms and shakes his head. You're probably just screwed. What? In a fate-defining, string-sealed kind of way, you're screwed. Whatever force has made this deck of evil of many things know that the path you're walking on will lead to endless torment. So I don't need to do anything, other than just sit back and enjoy the view. That's horrible. Waves his little claw in front of him. Either way, nothing you have to worry about, but just thought I'd let you know in case you were wondering about the Flames card. Thanks. Gum looks at you and shrugs. Right, I'll just not think about this then. Smart! Now, anything else? It's the legal status of a god who dies but exists in a fugue state between worlds. Stares at you for a few seconds. I have no idea. I mean, it's probably just a gray zone connected with general ghost business. Ghosts, ghast, shades, spirits, will-o-wisps, and other spectral undead are obviously treated slightly different from reanimated corpses, but in general, it's all the same. They're illegal. Even a dead god would have to get exorcised in that case. I imagine if Earth spooked up the place, you get a slightly different reaction. Weird question, though. Why'd you ask? No reason. Very ominous. Dig it. I don't hope you have a lovely election day, actually, Braxo. Good day. Goodbye. Who's up here? Anyone? Servants. You hear them talking about how much of a dick Darrow is. Yeah, true. It's here? As you approach the angel, she turns to face you. In the air, her glorious radiant aura enveloping your soul. Snow gives her a nod. I'll be over here if you need me. Then he scurries away. Tyr turns her face, facing your general direction. The crowds are filling the streets. Voices cast for the future. Among all mortal behavior, it is this I treasure the most. Your incessant need to be heard. Many eyes spin slowly around her head, deep in thought. Was he the same as he used to be? Yes, as meek as always. Her halo slowly comes to a stop. Nope, no meek? No meek popping out? Do you think you should listen to Earth? Yes and no. I will take his words as what they are, a suggestion. In the coming days, I must spend time on meditation. What my future brings will be my own choice. But if it matters, thank you. I appreciate your input on this matter, cleric. Oh, input. That's something you can work with. Or just hit her with a classic. Meek sense strange feeling. Is heart danger? Yes? Meek not understand, but master be careful. Attempt to flirt. I have something I'd like your input on as well. Did it hurt? Wait, is this really the best time? Did not attempt to flirt, no problem. Man, lots of people out here. Is this really the best time? It is hard, but you can do it. First of all, don't put it like that. Secondly, it's the best time of all. Special day, just had a deep connection with her. She's open with you. You've got some nice banter. Go for it. Yes, seize the moment. Seize the non-mortal potential girlfriend. It says input. That's something you can work with, or just hit her with a classic. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have something I'd like your input on as well. Yes, I understand. You wish to discuss copulation. Huh? Copulation. Your heart skips a beat. Oh. Well, that's slightly horrifying. She's going for it. Interesting turn of events. Oh no. Oh no. You can't do this. Your heart is literally exploding.
Yes. For now, only one thing can be attempted. Survival.
Survive the flirting! Effortless! Oh shit. Success, okay.
The pain, the fear. Yes?
I can handle this conversation! Yes. Clear your throat. A tear.
Yes, cleric. Let me take you out on a date. Her eyes begin to spin faster. On this day, I have chosen to act human. Perhaps that may continue in the coming weeks as well.
You can be human or angel, or anything you want. The angel stares at you with many, many spinning eyes.
We shall meet, for some time, after this. For a date, as you put it.
Okay, alright, yeah! It is done. The lady has been wooed.
Once this is over, that is. The angel floats gently before you, a faint smile appearing on her porcelain face. She is opening up to you. It's a wonderful feeling.
It is a wonderful feeling when people you're close to open up. The angel lowers herself all the way to the ground, her armored boots hitting the ground with a thud.
Now, the sun is setting. Metaphorically. Literally. You have finished your job. I am considering my path. What will be yours?
What do you mean?
What will you do once the city changes?
I've thought about it. Her halo floats closely to your helmet. She gives you time to think. I think I'll go private, work gigs, a freelance cleric. I want to study more, become a great wizard. I'm going to help people. Should get into politics. I yearn for the fields. I'm going to help people, no matter how. I do want that.
You are a good man, cleric. I like that. I will watch your path, with interest.
And I'll watch yours. Many eyes observe you in silence as the roaring city around seems to fade away. You've been unsure which gaze to meet all this time, those alien eyeballs rotating around, detached from her porcelain skin, but for the first time, you feel certain. You see all of her, all at once. Look at her. Snell takes a few careful steps up to you. I'm not interrupting anything, but,
Not at all, Snell. We are finished here.
Oh, that moment where you just can clearly see into their eyes and know, like, It's a good feeling. Sorry, I was drinking my drink.
Good day to you as well, Snell. You have performed a great service. I do not speak on behalf of the city, but I am certain everyone in Norvik is grateful to you.
Lets out an awkward chuckle. Sure. Thanks. One more thing, it's here. What are you voting for?
Telepathic voice is silent. She answers, I do not know.
Second, eh?
Yes. She holds out a hand in front of her face. I have decided to be a bit more human. For this day only. Her many eyes look to the sky. We will see what fate brings.
Good. Non-mortals should aspire towards our fleeting glory, to burn all the more brightly before the end.
Chaos. How interesting. Her heart is gleaming and good. Perhaps even green. Celestial. Human. Heart to heart.
Bow your head and leave. Oh, that was cute. That was cute. I have a date with Moongor and a date with you. Of course, Moongor said it's just, quote-unquote sparring, so... Might not have, the lovey-doveyness of that. That's gonna be more of a casual encounter, I believe. Hello. Do you have anything to say?
Few people remain in the queue, though most are finished, done with this charade.
It's getting late. Companion looks around the chamber, the faint yellow light filling every corner.
Light into darkness on the day of suffrage.
Every time to cast your vote, eh?
He's gonna miss this.
Been one hell of a quest.
Time has come. The end is near.
Calmy gives you a tired smile. No, leave and check around a bit more. I do have to talk to Darrow. I thought it said talking to Darrow was the end, but... No, going in and voting is actually the end. Alright, Darrow.
See Coin Lord Darrow speaking to a brown-haired girl in a dress.
His daughter.
They share a phenotype.
Just an application. You know well how proud your mother would be if you were accepted, Freitas. I'm not going. It's not just an application, Dad. For fuck's sake, you pretty much own them. Scoffs. And when exactly did I buy this university? Girl holds out a letter, shaking it in his face. Our name is in the damn pamphlet. Look, he says, actually calmly. It's the best establishment on the coast, sweetie. You could at least visit before you...
He then notices you standing there a bit too late. Oh yes, it's her, the so-called assassin.
Cleric?
Frey goes wide-eyed, glancing between you and Snow. Anger? Fear? No, her eyes are screaming, not these fucking guys again. Apologies for the swear word.
Sweetheart, we'll continue speaking about this over dinner.
Yeah, she mutters. Message appears in your mind. Shut your fucking mouth and don't say anything to my dad. I wasn't gonna say anything anyway, your dad's a stupid asshole. For sending the message, she mutters an awkward, "Of course, Dad," before sending you one more message. Please. She shouldn't go to a university if she doesn't want to. Girl looks surprised. Should work manual labor. She should join the Earth Guard. I'm sure they'd change those gender rules if you made a point. Youth needs to learn from their own mistakes. That takes freedom. The youth need to learn from their own mistakes. That takes freedom.
There's some wisdom in your words, Cleric. We'll talk more tonight, Frey.
Girl looks at her father and to you. She then walks away, rubbing her eyes. Cornlord cuts in.
Cleric?
Wipes the dad expression from his face and crosses his arms.
Good thing you did not get lost in your little planeswalking bout. You must have found proof of your rogue spellcaster hiding in the beyond, I assume. Problem is, our beloved Lady Sageleaf was told everything. Takes a step forward and glares at you. She knows all the details of the tea shop and has already begun legal proceedings. I find that highly annoying. Cornlord looks at Snell. I believe your lady is already well aware of that fact.
Sure, he answers in a monotone voice. You don't control me.
Evidently not. He sighs and rubs his temples. No matter, it is what it is. What it is a massive headache in the coming weeks, so thanks for that.
You're welcome. Cornlord adjusts his expensive robe and lifts his head, looking towards the Pillar of Jor.
Now, your esoteric excursion. What did you find out there? The root cause was handled, I hope.
I went into the beyond and fixed your problem. You don't need to know anything more. Stares at you for a few seconds before letting out a great big sigh. You know it's bad if, like, I'm not even willing to rat out Viskin. Like, it's just like, yeah, whatever. I bet if I said that, Viskin would stop me. Like, you know, control me in some way. Stares at you for a few seconds before letting out a great big sigh.
Fine, I don't have time for this. If anything here comes back to bite me, I'll hold you personally responsible. Just remember that.
I don't care.
You know what? I'm inclined to agree. Let this esoteric bullshit be put behind us.
Cornlord sees more people arriving from the hill, his eyes narrowing.
This is the end of our talk. You might imagine I'm quite busy on a day like this. He starts walking away towards the crowd. Be wise, be vigilant, Cleric.
He disappears up Tolstad. Snell lets out a groan. What an asshole. A massive, sneaky asshole. The biggest on Tolstad. Absolutely enormous. Gaping, if you will. Oh boy. Yep. A big, sneaky, gaping asshole. What a tone to end this playthrough of this wonderful game on. Alright, I don't think I missed anybody. We're at about an hour and 13 minutes, so this is a long episode. A few people remain in the queue. Alright. I've talked to enough people. Let's wait in line, finally vote in the election, and finish up your quest. Well, that's it then. Bit of a wait, and then it's done.
Exhaustion. This word's dripping it.
This vote's just the beginning, you know. Yeah, that's the scary part. Snow grabs one of the fence poles nearby, leaning his body weight on it. How you holding up, by the way? Been moving constantly every waking hour for a long time now. Just stand like this, Jesus. Like I'm getting feeble-minded.
Still strengthen these here bones. A little bit longer.
Men don't compress, they only expand. No, I'm still in a bit of shock. Snow rubs his bloodshot eyes. Can always talk to the press. The press? Yeah, like, get us all down in print? Be a wonderful opportunity to share some Asgulus love.
Man does not need his story to be told. The larger the tale is when you fall into your grave, the bigger your manhood.
Got a friend at the post who'd love to write about all this. Lumiere Kolichov. She's this crazy lizard woman. Think you'd like her. Not sure how much you're able to say without getting in trouble with your bosses, of course. I don't care what patriarchs think. They'll be out of a job after the election anyhow. I don't think even the Free Striders have the power to flip that entire hierarchy on his head. Not in years, at least. They like you thinking, though. That's for tomorrow, or next week, or next month. Who knows how the city will look by then.
Be a great seismic shift.
How hollow it'll all feel afterwards. More importantly, will Snell be okay? Will his people make it through this change? Will you be alright?
I'll be fine. Nonchalant shrug.
The hint of uncertainty.
They'll build one hell of an institution here. I'll make it through, no matter who's running the show. The HWBT will survive, I'm sure of that. God, they need to make some merch for this game. I would absolutely get some merch for Esoteric Ebb. Give me like a Meek plushie. Or like a Meek scarf.
Oh my god, I would so love a Meek scarf, actually. Like hardy insects.
I think you're right. You've got some spunk. Sure, we got spunk. Goblin grins. Now you, on the other hand, what about me? Well, what's your plan?
You will be the hero the city needs, no matter the cost. You will serve, bend over, pray for mercy.
Who am I bending over in front of? It's here? You're lucky, you might have enough to eat next week.
You will live. You will help make the city a utopia for all.
So that gives you a moment to think. He's actually interested. Survive? I'll find another job if this whole cleric thing doesn't work out. I'll survive. Somehow. Shoots you a wicked grin. Well, that I'm sure of. Thanks again for telling Darrow to shove it. It was great to see. I did? When? You know, when he told you to dismiss me? It was cool. Really. Didn't expect it.
As you keep talking, the chamber appears to grow ever thinner in folk. You only have a few more minutes left before it is time. Gesture towards the ballot box. You know I gotta ask about your political opinions. Goblin sighs. Clear your throat.
Yeah? Hit me.
What are you voting in the election, citizen?
Yeah, that's private.
He wants you to have a piece. He wants to have a piece of it to himself. He fears.
Come on. After everything we've been through? Still private. He lets out a hearty scoff. Tell you this much, though. Won't be for the Free Striders. Good choice. Not sure how healthy an anti-stance really is, but I'm sure they'll win in the end anyhow. They always seem to do just that. You're green, I assume? Precisely. Cool. I read your mini comments correctly then. Brings out a yellow notepad. Not to type the right stuff down, I swear, but at some point I realized I should note down how often you make all these political comments. Got pretty ridiculous at some point. He flips through it. Here. So I'll show you a page full of scribbled lines. It's like 30 times, cleric. Not saying you shouldn't be politically engaged, but you're clearly a bit too fixated. I breathe politics is in my vein. Only 30? I gotta pump those numbers up. Only 30? I gotta pump those numbers up. Suppose so. Goblin shakes his head, placing the yellow notepad back in the jacket. He looks away, silence takes over between the two of you.
There's something. Something is left unspoken. It is weighing on Snell's mind. Takes a deep breath.
It's a bit longer. It's all done.
He does not want to address it unless you do it first.
You had a chat about relationships, you solved it. I love this so much. Getting these final moments with my characters. God, I love this game. You stood up for him against Darrow, you took a breather, he didn't think your virginity was a big deal. Understand.
Snell is a good person.
He is a goblin. Yet you have seen some great integrity within him. It is not something you ever expected in such a crossing.
You can trust him. And you understand him. What's he thinking about then? He's thinking of Earth. There's a lot unspoken about your encounter in the void. Let him ask it. You're thinking about something.
I am?
Yes, I can tell. Let's talk about Earth. Goblin slowly closes his eyes, relaxing his posture. He's carrying no longer.
Yeah, I have to ask. I just had a brisk conversation with a man who personally slaughtered my entire race. Let me ask, what the fuck am I supposed to feel about that?
I don't know, Snell. I am not a goblin. You may feel appreciation. He let you live. Something you only learn in time. I think he made your opinions very clear to his face, which is impressive, by the way.
Rage and confusion, honestly.
I think you made your opinions very clear, which is impressive.
I mean, I kind of agree with all of these top three. You should feel raged and confused.
It was impressive that you made your opinions clear to his face, and it is something that you'll only learn in time. Rage and confusion, I think. As you put it so concisely, Snell lets his face fall into two palms. His brows furrows into a scrunched mess as he adjusts his jacket. I don't know. Part of me hates that he got to me at all. How do you mean? Should have shot him with the sling for what he's done, but something about that look in his eyes. I wouldn't expect that look in the eyes of someone with that kind of power, who had that kind of power. That he knew from the start that it was all just a gamble. I don't know how to even process that, and that's how all those gods went about it? Following divine visions of whichever dice roll had the greatest chance of success? It's insane. Sometimes I wonder if we all have our choices laid out like that, one after another, just odds and strings in a tangled mess. Just let him speak. Should I just let you speak? Real-world choices cannot be broken down like that. It's far too complex. Agreed. Snell places a claw up against his temple. It's just... this old man stands there, defending every choice he's made, as if he were infallible, while also showing so much regret. Like he knows how much he's fucked up along the way, and he still tried to cover it up. Like the comment where he was like, you know, explained why he's not a fascist, and then I was like, a lot of words to just say, I don't want to be called a fascist, and then he felt bad about that. He clearly feels regret, but he'd still do it again. Am I supposed to feel bad for him, or should I just be some all-forgiving monk just because he did his best? On top of that, he has the gall to tell me what I should do? Like his words are anything other than the ramblings of a dead god? Fuck, I don't know. Looks down at the beautifully carved dwarven tiles. How do you feel about it? Follow what your heart is whispering. Exasperation, breathless thinking. There's a good answer.
Be straight with him.
Remember what he told you. His era is over. You and I are the ones here. This is our city. He shouldn't have gone to Askin to begin with. I don't know, Snell. I'm only human. He was just a man endowed by divine spark. Treat him like any other human and you'll see the truth. I don't like the all humans make mistakes. Remember what he told you. His era is over. You and I are the ones here. This is our city. He shouldn't have gone to Askin to begin with. I mean, that I do kind of agree with, yeah. He shouldn't have. But I still think there was a potential better way of going about it, like trying to work with him even if they did go over there. Remember what he told you. His era is over. You and I are the ones here. This is our city now. I do kind of like putting the positive spin on it, but I also feel like that's like brushing away. Like that's such a non-answer, you know? He shouldn't have gone to Askin to begin with. Goblin looks up. He should have gambled on some other plan, no matter the odds. We all should have died in the old country by man-made curse bombs and magically infused legionnaire blades. He should have let us all drown. He should have gambled on some other plan, no matter the odds. Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, he should have gambled on some other plan. Like, a plan where you're actively conquering and genociding an entire people is not a plan you should ever choose. You should have gambled on some other plan, no matter the odds. Maybe he should have. If I were in his shoes, I'd probably have done the same thing. I had to choose between the halfways making it or the rest of you humans, that is. You defend a handful of goblins over the lives of way more humans? I mean, this is basically just flipping the script. It's like, if you were in the same situation, what would you do? And I still, like, I understand where Snell is coming from, but I still don't think I would be able to do that. There's no way. I don't like the handful of goblins comment. I don't like that. It seems like I'm belittling their existence. And also it's like, you know, once again, like the whole rationalist thing. It's like, well, who's going to... more people will survive this way. If I had to choose between the halfways or the rest of you humans, that is. As would I for humans, I don't think so. I would also choose that. I hate humans now. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that humanity needs to pay for all of the sins constantly of the decisions that their ancestors made, but in some way we do, and we should work to elevate goblins in such a way. But this is like not thinking about that. That's getting like way too specific in things. This is just, you know. That's the thing though. The way this is, you defend a handful of goblins over the lives of way more humans. This is completely taking the whole genocide out of it completely, it feels like. It's saying like you defend goblins and then like humans would, you know, it's taking away the action of choosing to do the genocide because he chose the genocide. This is framing it more as like, you know, defending the goblins from the humans and killing them, but like, you can defend yourself without going the route of, oh my god, I'm going to do a fucking genocide. These are different things. Yeah, I mean, this is a tough choice for obvious reasons. Like, there's a lot of things with like the framing, and I would want to explain in some way, but possibly those explanations are just me trying to rationalize it in my head. But it is a fucking tough thing. But like for me, straight up, it's like, no, I would try every single thing I possibly could that, you know, to avoid doing something that fucking horrible. That's not something I would ever do or ever, like, no, absolutely fucking not. So whatever it took to do the other route, I would do it, regardless of whether that's because, like, you know, I don't value myself enough and things like that. It's like, I would definitely rather, you know, I'm in the situation where it's like, I would rather just die than have to do something that fucking horrible and inhumane. Like, no fucking way. At that point, just kill me if those are the two choices. You defend a handful of goblins over the lives of way more humans. I just don't like the framing of that. I really don't. I really don't like the framing of this, but this just seems like almost comical. Like, oh, I would also choose that. I hate humans now. As like a human, which is rich for me to say. Like a self-hating human kind of thing. I don't know. This just feels like I'm almost making fun of you in a way, but this almost feels like dismissive. I mean, I'm gonna have to ask this one because Snell is basically saying like, if I were in his shoes, I probably would have done the same thing. Snell is basically saying I would also genocide. So shrugs. Depends on the exact amount, I guess, but maybe. Yeah. Goblin's eyes are full of contemplation. You will think about this conversation as much as you will about the one with your god. String is woven. The path is set. Feel the warmth in strands and calming phrase.
He's not so bad after everything. A goblin with good spirit might be exactly what this city needs.
I did it! The dwarf at the front of the queue yells, his voice echoing out into the now almost empty temple chamber. I finally voted! I actually did it! He steps back from the ballot box, wiping sweat from his brow. Dwarf turns to look out over the chamber, tears streaming from his bloodshot eyes. I didn't think it would be so difficult. At least you got one guy who cares about it as much about politics as you. With this gentleman done, you see nothing now. Nothing standing between you and your voice.
Save your city now!
Rumblings. A vote. A trove. A war. This is the first in the rule of 3. It's time. Go vote. The end of election day. I can still talk to Snell. Don't worry, cleric. You got this. Alright, Snell. You approach the ballot box. Slit. A canyon of possibilities. I'm gonna cast this damn vote. The guy next to you dropped in his own voting card. As he leaves the chamber, only you and Snell remain. Speaking of which, here. From his breast pocket, the goblin shows you a freshly printed voting card. Not any of the boxes filled in. You rummage in your pouch for a moment till you find it, your old voting card. So damn crinkled, and all the boxes are filled in for some reason. I already have one. Yeah, but they won't accept that. Rules clearly state only one box can be filled in. So I'm only allowed to fill in one choice. That's how it works, yeah? I heard some cities do it with some type of weird ranking system. Yeah, ranked-based voting is way better. I'm assuming it never caught on, simply because it's way too complicated for the average voter. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, that's the case. That is the case. Even more so for the below-average voter. I'm an average voter, perfectly normal. Something about that description doesn't quite fit you. What's filled in mean in this case? Not entirely sure. My guess is means some type of ink, graphite, or really any type of clear pencil marking. I'll use yours. Yeah. Do that. Look at the new card. See the Norvikian stamp in the corner. The perch. It is official. Must be special goblin version of the voting cards. How lovely. You always think of everything, don't you? Oh yeah, I got an eye for detail. He holds up another card looking just as fresh. I just snagged an extra when I took one for myself. And ceremoniously Snell then drops his own voting card into the box. Huh? Done. A power move. The vote has been cast. What? Just like that? What do you want? A fucking ritual? Song and dance? It's in the box. That's what matters. He was known for a long time what to put in this box. Just that nervous since this means realize what's happening. I think I'm just nervous since this means... Yeah. Snell steps aside. Your turn, cleric. It's the end. Oh, God. What a good end to a great game. The ballot box looms. Shadow ominous, emanating an uncertain future. Fray of no return. Turning to leave, he instead looks back with a scrunched expression. Gotta ask one more thing. The prayer? What? The prayer. The old man mentioned you would pray every night for one thing. It's been killing me, so I gotta ask. What was it? Your heart falls onto the floor. Oh, and this music's beautiful. It meshes with the dwarven tiles. Yeah?
Your most closely guarded secret, only shared with your god. Does he deserve to hear it?
It's, say it. Snell crosses his arms. I would look out the window each night. I'd look at the, moon and the dark sky. Then I would ask Earth to give me one thing. Yeah? He leans in. What was it? Hold up a finger.
One. Only one is enough.
I prayed for one friend. The goblin listens. I was a lonely kid. That's... He gives you a shrug. That's not unreasonable. It's really not laugh. Do I have low standards? Just laugh? Just laugh. Goblin companion laughs alongside you. He holds out a sharp claw. A handshake. A show of friendship.
A brotherhood.
A hand to shake. Shake it. Firmly.
You give him a firm handshake.
He grins.
Your brother in arms.
He was going to miss this. See you around, cleric. Goblin companion then walks down the stairs, heading straight for the exit. That was a phenomenal way to end it. Like that, Snell doing like the Columbo, oh yeah, one final thing, what was your prayer? And then finding out like, that's one of the things like Rogan wanted the most. Cause, you know, my brain immediately jumped to, it was something about your father, or it was the wanting a relationship, but in the end, Rogan just like wanted to be accepted. Interesting.
You will see him again, for your strings are interlinked.
God, I hope this game gets a sequel. Holy shit. As he goes, you hear him yell out, and don't vote for anything stupid. Watch him lead the Temple of Earth.
Then you're alone. Then you're alone.
Turn back to the ballot box. You see it staring at you. Next to it, a simple pencil.
Alone. Years of strife. For what? For your ancestral home to be broken into squabbling pieces. All for this dream of democracy, a foreign dream.
You are now about to contribute as one in approximately 300,000. For comparison, the textbook on esoteric history you read for your tower's initialization was 320,000 words long. Imagine yourself as one of those words, and realize how vastly little this action matters in the grand scheme of Norvik. Yet one singular word in that tome can change its entire meaning. Yup. Vote. Vote for every person, each creature, all things in this world of yours. Vote. Pick up the pencil. Look at the card. Everything upon your shoulders. As you bring forth the voting card, the pencil in your hand, a world watching. I know exactly what to vote. The ballot box believes you, so do it. Choose now. One final time.
Is this the voting? Sounds important. Meek thinks Master will choose good.
Thanks, Meek.
Yes, big thanks to me.
The talking scarf morphs back into a not talking scarf. The ballot box calls to you.
You can delay it no longer.
It's just one vote, it doesn't really matter. It does. What if I choose wrong? I wonder what will happen to Norvik. I don't feel like I need to ask any of these things. Truly. Like, I could to get extra dialogue, so I'm missing out on some dialogue, but like... No, clearly Cleric is freaking out here, even if I know exactly what I want to vote for. It's just one vote, it doesn't really matter, right? That's actually true, yeah.
One man fighting against impossible odds. There's nothing more significant.
I agree with you, Strength.
Tense, yet still. You're in control here. Make a decision.
What if I choose wrong? There's a reason goodness is aligned with intent rather than outcome. If you truly value the world, then there is no wrong choice, only an attempt to fight for the right.
I don't know, I still think there can be some wrong choices.
There's no correct vote, no wrong one either. Simply make do with this one singular voice of yours, an insignificant duty in a sea of mediocrity. Gods be damned, you cannot wait for this election to be over. Wonder what'll happen to Norvik. Difficult to say. Chaos, order breaking down, complete collapse. Or more logically, nothing at all, since nothing ever really changes from banalities like democracy.
The city will live on. It has dealt with bigger issues in the past, and it will survive worse disasters in the future. You will make sure of it.
There will be good days ahead, for you and all folk in this wonderful city. I'm going to vote for... You grasp the thing card. For Snell? Vote for the Party of Norvik, the Revolutionary Freestriders, the Asgalist Working Party, the Agrarian Rural Party, the Arcanist Party of Magic, the Cleric, Roggen, Snell, leave it empty, fill in every box. No, these are jokes. This is like when people write down Jesus. I'm going to put my vote where it matters. Especially, so, the Asgalist Workers' Party. Fill out the box with a heavy heart. For the ones who fall behind. For the ones who want to build an egalitarian dream. You are a good person. Hold up the voting card. You hold the card in your hand, the ballot box below. A symbol for everything you are, everything you can be. Once you put this voting card inside that box, you've already made your choice. Now follow the string. Oh my god, it's a 50% chance. Oh god, it's hitting us with the thing that Earth talked about. That 50%. First election. Oh, that's super cool. That's super cool framing. We're not rolling dice anymore. It's just a 50-50. It either works or it doesn't. It's the first time it's just showed percentages, basically. Oh, what a fucking cool game. What an awesome game. Oh my god. Phenomenal game. Loved every single thing about that. Like, this is clearly in, I don't, you know, I feel like it's clearly inspired by Disco Elysium. You know, maybe they were working on this before that. Maybe the idea for the game was knocking around then, but I feel like Disco Elysium, or Elysium, whichever way you pronounce it, was the... Ooh. Did not expect vocal music for the end. That's cool, though.
The credits being on the pillar is super cool too. I've got to get the soundtrack for this game too, my god. Absolutely need to get it. What an amazing game. Like, really, I honestly, legitimately think this might be my favorite game I played on the channel. Like, straight up. It's hard for me to pick favorites, but when something, like I said, I don't often get the feeling of just being like, feeling like I've been hit by a truck playing games these days. Like, it happened to me a lot when I was a kid. There's definitely been things that made me, like, emotional playing other games and stuff, but this game just hits so hard and well in a lot of ways. I just absolutely love everything about it. It's really, really well done, really, really well written. It's just a fun time and a great game due to that. There's like small things that would be cool, but I absolutely understand why they're not in. Like, them diving into gender expression more would be cool, because they kind of did it a little bit, but they were understandably like, we're not going to go into that too much in this. And that's understandable, but there were some small hints at it. And you know, for whatever reason that they did, that they would do that, because you know, it would be difficult to write around, or they didn't feel like it was their place to talk about it, or any of those things, what have you. It's like, yeah, that, you know, that's fine. You know, there's lots and lots of good stuff here. So having something like that not be there is more just like a, oh, it would be cool if it was, but I'm not mad that it's not. You know, it's fine. It's fine. We are playing as Rogan specifically anyway, so this is not us. This is a character we are playing. And they mentioned, they're like, you know, they mentioned the idea. It's like, if you don't agree with this, you need to bring it up with Jor. And I'm like, I would go to Jor and be like, hey, what the hell? Allow more gender expression. But just a phenomenal game in a lot of ways. Got really attached to the characters. The game has some very powerful music at different times, I gotta say. It kind of surprises you when it hits, but I almost didn't play this game, and that would have been such a waste if I missed this. Because, like I said, I can count, like, probably on my hands the amount of games that have just really, really hit me that hard that I've played on the channel, because it's, I don't know, like, media and stuff these days, it usually takes a lot for me to actually feel, like, big emotions and truly, truly be hit by something. And a lot of that can be, like, really good music, strong storytelling, getting really attached to the characters. I definitely got really attached to the characters in this game. It has, you know, a lot of interesting ideas and stuff. There's that elf. It tells a really, really interesting story. It has super, super cool characters, like I said. Like, to me, I'm trying to think of other stuff that's just hit, like, really hard like a truck. Deltarune is another one. Absolutely with Deltarune. Deltarune is another one that I think just... Oh, hey, special thanks to our Disco Elysium. So 3,000 liters of tea? Paradox. Notepad++. Strokeback Mountain. Sweden Game Arena. University. Every lovely person at the incubator. Developers of Dungeons & Dragons, The Secret of Monkey Island, Planescape Torment. So those are the things it's inspired of. Monkey Island, really? Wouldn't have expected Monkey Island. Planescape obviously checks out, and so does Disco Elysium and D&D, of course. But yeah, like, huge heartfelt thank you to every single person who has bought and played legally or otherwise this silly game of mine. While I have had the privilege to work with so many wonderful people for the last 2 years, Esoteric Ebb has been a lonesome journey, sometimes exhausting, sometimes joyful, but lonely. 8 years of trial and error, of burning savings, of ignoring good advice, and desperately slamming fingers on keyboards until something clicked. I didn't get to read all of that, but that is... With that, we end today's session. That is the struggle of solo devs. It's been an honor to DM for you over the course of this adventure.
your cleric has been incredibly interesting to watch. Or I should say, your friendly local druid. Somehow you actually managed to score an actual date with a tier. The literal angel. I'm sure she's as surprised about that as I am, yet you went the distance and showed yourself interesting to whatever small degree before this ancient metaphysical being. This is super cool, just hearing the dev talk to us as like the DM. Be proud of that, and a little afraid. Yeah, no, I'm down to be afraid too. And don't forget about your new buddy Isk, yeah! He will have to seek out terrifyingly powerful magic in order to bring back his dear wife. You think he can do it? Maybe you'll have to help him out. In the sequel? In DLC? I don't want to ask even more from this developer that just talked about how they spent 8 years for this. When it comes to Meek, you've obviously got a familiar for life. I know, and I love Meek. But you better keep an eye out. That old master of his is definitely still around. Yeah, we never saw anything about Hagenshags. Maybe, well, you'll even get to have a chat with him at some point. Wait a second. That would be awesome, please. They are definitely hinting to some stuff. Oh, and you probably won't see that cranium ant again. That one you dropped off down below. Wow, so we get even more continuation of everyone. I love this kind of shit. It reminds me like the end of Sandlot. Unless you'd want to. I mean, we could make it happen, maybe. Then there are questions surrounding those lost mines Axel was looking for. It sounds like a higher tier dungeon to me. Yeah? God, I would love to get a poster for this game. Guessing that might be a great focus for the next adventure. Who doesn't love a good treasure hunt? Oh, please let there be a next adventure. No matter what, the Golden Horde will keep a watchful, radiating eye on this city of yours. Luckily for you, that eye will not be very interested in you. Though maybe that's a bad thing. It'll be exciting to see. As for Viskin, your little adventure is nothing to him, obviously. But I'm fairly certain after your midnight meeting, he and his helpers will end up crossing paths with you again, one way or another. And then there's Amestra. You didn't really run into her, did you? Maybe you did. We can never really be sure. There's something strange about Jor and his strings. You play them well in your mind, but as you uncover more about these twisted phrases, ask yourself this short question. Yeah? What is the 50-50? Ultimately, though, I am most intrigued by your encounter with Earth. For Snell, it was a meeting with the horrors of the past, yeah? For Atir, it was a reminder. The more she stays put, the faster everything around her spins. Oof, that's a cool line. For the cleric, it must have made a lasting impression. One that will shape his future in the era to come. Speaking of which, with the election done, I feel like this campaign needs a time skip. Couple of months? Years? Ooh. Norvik is heading into tumultuous times, but your Asgol cleric will surely find purpose in the cause. I can't wait to see what you do next. Oh, that's so cool and sweet at the end. Oh my god. And there's so many questions still to be answered in this setting, too. And there's a little blue something. My god, what a fucking phenomenal game. God, I love that. What a fantastic ending, too. Jeez. And hearing that it was all just... Once again, it's like another one of those stories like, you know, Toby Fox's story, Concerned Ape's story. I think the Blueprints developer as well. Like, I'm definitely getting that album, by the way, down there. Just absolutely phenomenal game. I love everything about it, and hearing how much of a struggle it is when you're solo developing and things, it's like so many people do that, and so many people don't have the amount of success that this game did, or, you know, any of the other games that kind of pop off and become big like this. And it sucks that people have to be that afraid to just create something as magical as this. They have to give up so much to do that, because it is hard and it is scary, because yeah, you have to quit your job, and governments don't properly care for you so that you can still eat while wanting to pursue what you're passionate about, and people have to work themselves to the bone and death on just a chance that this kind of stuff might succeed. I mean, it's interesting that they mentioned the 50-50, because it's like, this game releasing, this game being successful, you could see as a 50-50 as well. Like, the developer took a risk with this, as all developers that are solo developing do. It's terrifying. It's very scary. Like, so it's just interesting to think about that, like, this game and the messages behind it, which is once again why human-made art is so important, and why AI is so stupid, because so much of what the developer went through can be seen in the storytelling of this game, and you can see how the plot probably reflects how they were feeling and things as well. And it's, the human element is such an important part of art that taking that out is just so soulless and just awful. It's like there's no value to that art. You're not an artist if you're using AI for things. It's just, so it's interesting seeing just such a wonderfully crafted, beautiful game full of human expression, and can clearly see the art and the artist's intent in here in a lot of ways. And it's just, it's cool, and I don't ever want to go that to go away, and I will continue to support absolutely wonderful things like this. And props to the developer, because my fucking god, it takes a lot for me to feel like really, 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 really strongly about game stories and media stories in general these days, but sometime one comes around and just hits me super, super hard. I've wanted to do a list, potentially, of like some of my favorite games I've ever played on the channel, and I do legitimately think this might, you know, be at the top of the list. It's probably made its way into my top 10, like, favorite games of all time, quite frankly. It is just that good. It is just that good. And for me to be able to enjoy it this much, even with my headspace being weird these days, it's like, it's phenomenal. It's a great experience. And I'm definitely going to recommend it to every possible person that I can, and support their merch and buy their album and everything. So, God, what a great experience. For people that made it this far, I don't know how. I'm sorry you had to listen to me bumble and ramble for this long. But I appreciate it. This was a phenomenal game. Definitely hit me very hard. I'm sure it hit some other people very hard as well, but wow. It's just, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm not even going to know what I'm going to do with myself after this, you know? It's just sometimes something comes around and just hits you super hard, to the point where it's even difficult for me to completely articulate my thoughts on the matter. But thank you, Christopher, for such a wonderful experience. Like, that was just great. So, thanks for joining me on this long journey. It's still wild to think that I considered not even playing this, because this is kind of outside the wheelhouse of games that I normally play. I don't normally play a lot of Western RPGs because they've historically not done well, but I'm happy this one did fairly well, and so there were some people along for the journey, so hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for whatever I can possibly find that could follow this up. I have no idea. We'll see. So, thanks for watching. Means a lot. Bye-bye.